Cheesy the Podcast, presented by Just Cheesy Productions.
Hi there, I'm your host Fondue.
I'm Cheesy.
With the last of our summer series.
Aw.
This week we celebrate National Cheese Pizza Day.
Woo-hoo.
We're talking about the history of pizza cheese, the company that manufactures 85% of it, the Wonka of cheese manufacturing,
Whoa.
a regional chain Pep-O-Matic,
Whoa.
and of course we tell a very cheesy joke. Welcome to Cheese Bites.
Episode Cheese Pizza.
According to nationaltoday.com, National Cheese Pizza Day is celebrated annually on September 5th. Although the exact origin of pizza isn't known,
Really?
many people date it back to ancient Greece,
Holy cow.
when people would cover their bread with oils, herbs, and cheese.
Wow.
The site says that flatbread pizza is well known now and was first created in Naples, Italy.
Whoa.
And it used the highest quality buffalo mozzarella.
Yeah.
The first pizza place in the U.S. opened in 1905 in Little Italy in New York.
Holy cow.
It wasn't until 1939, when the D'Amore family introduced pizza in L.A., that the dish had officially made it across the country.
Whoa.
Popularity of the dish rose dramatically following World War II.
Really?
Veterans returning from the Italian campaign, who had been introduced to Italy's native cuisine, led the increase in pizza consumption at the time.
Whoa.
In 1943, Chicago deep dish pizza was born
Wow.
in a restaurant called Pizzeria Uno.
Ooh.
In 1946, Detroit-style pizza was born.
Yum.
In 1958, the first ever Pizza Hut was opened in Kansas.
Whoa.
The stats they quote on this website are staggering.
Really?
3 billion pizzas are sold every year in the U.S.
Holy cow.
350 slices of pizza are sold every second.
No way.
41% of Americans eat pizza every week.
What?
There are 70,000 pizzerias in the U.S.
Ooh.
There are 6,600 pizzerias in California, more than any other state.
What?
And the largest pizza ever made weighed 51,000 pounds.
Holy cow.
But that dish's main ingredient is obviously cheese.
Yeah.
And that cheese is nearly a monopoly.
Whoa.
85% of all pizza cheese in the U.S. is made by one company,
Ooh.
Leprino Foods.
Really?
Back in the 50s, the Leprinos had a grocery store.
Okay.
Jim Leprino started working in that store when he graduated high school in 1956.
Wow.
The business was actually struggling.
Aw.
And Leprino realized his friends were spending a lot of their free time at pizza joints.
Really?
Pizzerias in the area were buying 5,000 pounds of cheese a week.
Whoa.
According to Forbes.com, Jim Leprino recalled that he thought this is a good market to go after. And so he did.
Yeah.
Leprino, who just passed away recently at the age of 87,
Wow.
basically built a cheese empire.
Yeah.
He was the 6th wealthiest person in Colorado in 2025,
Whoa.
with a fortune worth over $2 billion.
Holy cow.
And it's actually not hard to understand why. Currently, Leprino Foods supplies the pizza cheese for Pizza Hut,
Wow.
Domino's, Papa John's, Little Caesars,
Whoa.
Godfather's Pizza, Hungry Howie's,
Wow.
Tombstone, Tony's, Jack's, DiGiorno.
Wow.
The cheese and products are also used by Hot Pockets, Stouffer's, Smart Ones,
No way.
and their products are also used in Yoplait yogurt, Pillsbury toaster strudel, and some baby formula.
Holy cow.
They sell 1 billion pounds of cheese per year for $3
Whoa.
billion.
Wow.
In multiple articles, this guy has been called the Willy Wonka of cheese.
Whoa.
Leprino Foods has over 50 cheese manufacturing patents.
Whoa.
They perfected frozen shredded mozzarella
Wow.
using a fluidized bed freezer,
Okay.
preserving moisture and flowability.
Okay.
The company launched a no-aging cheese process, which locked in texture and flavor, ready in hours, not weeks.
Wow.
They have patents that let each pizza chain have its own unique pool in browning.
Whoa.
They have patents for how it bubbles in a pizza oven,
Really?
how it's optimized for storage, reheating, and delivery conditions.
Wow.
Apparently, the company has a lot of quality standards, as they've never had a single recall.
Nice.
But they also were fixated on efficiency.
Okay.
They said a lot of the ingredients were getting dumped into the river in the form of whey.
No way.
The Forbes article says that he was inspired by the 1964 World's Fair in New York. He traveled to Japan to meet with scientists who were using milk proteins to help the Japanese population grow taller.
Okay.
And then more than half a century later, they remain the largest U.S. exporter of lactose and retain a large market share in Japan.
Wow.
Leprino Foods is not a sponsor,
Nope.
but if they were, their ad would go right here. Have you ever wanted to listen to the web?
Yeah,
Well, Newsly makes that possible.
they do.
They're an all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android.
Super app.
You can listen to trending articles on the web on topics that you choose and get them read to you in a natural human voice.
What kind of topics?
Sports,
Cheese?
tech, business, science.
Cheese?
I'm sure there's even cheese.
Yay!
They even have an entire section for podcasts.
Are we there?
Of course we are.
Ooh.
It's one of my new favorite podcast apps. They even have digital radio.
Holy cow.
Just go to www.newsly.me to download it free.
Whoa.
Or use the link in the description. If you use the promo code CHEESY,
Cheesy.
that'll get you 1 month free premium subscription.
Yay, Newsly.
Now, back to the podcast. Leprino may be the biggest, but it's not the only cheese in town.
Really?
In the Midwest, there's St. Louis-style pizza, and it is topped with Provel, a
Oh.
creamy processed blend of cheddar, Swiss, and provolone.
Ooh.
And according to the internet, Donato's, a Midwest pizza chain, uses naturally smoked provolone in their pizzas, and it's
Ooh.
rumored that they use Beery Cheese, a company that's based in Ohio.
Yum.
Like Leprino, Donato's is a family-owned company. They now have 460 locations in 29 states.
Wow.
What I found interesting is that they have some patents as well.
Really?
The founder of Donato's is Jim Grody, and there is a company called the Grody Company.
Okay.
And they make something called the Pep-O-Matic.
Pep-O-Matic.
This thing is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It precisely slices and applies pepperoni on frozen pizzas. You
Ooh.
put in a bunch of tubes of pepperoni in the top,
Okay.
and the pizza is underneath, and it just slices all of the pepperonis on top.
Whoa.
It can slice and place pepperonis on 45 12-inch pizzas per minute.
Per minute.
And not only do they have the Pep-O-Matic, but they've got bread slicers, cheese slicers, meat slicers,
Whoa.
fruit and vegetable slicers, and sandwich slicers.
I'm ready for a joke, Fondue.
Okay, why did mozzarella refuse to get in a fight?
I have no idea.
Because it didn't want to get shredded.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, it was good and a little bit cheesy. As the summer winds down, so does our summer series Cheese Bites.
Yeah.
We've enjoyed making a little bit shorter content, and we're going
Yep.
to continue that throughout the year.
Yeah.
We really like keeping it short and sweet and bringing you the best cheesy content possible.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks as always for listening.
And stay cheesy, everybody.